Okay, this is another portion of the Fool's journey. And the last video I made, we ended up where we discussed the Emperor, what happens when the Fool meets the Emperor. And now in this section, I think originally I was going to just start and keep talking and then stop at a certain point, but I think what I want to do is make a number of separate videos. So this one's going to be on the Hierophant who comes next. And then once I've spoken a bit about the Hierophant, I'll stop and then I would make a separate one on the lovers. But anyway, so the idea is that the Fool is on a journey, and the Fool represents us at any particular point when we don't know that much, and we need to gain new experiences, or we need to gain experience, and we do it through new learning, I would think. And so it occurred to me as I was setting up these cards this way, it might be a good idea to, with each card, to put the Fool with the Major Trump. So I put these two together side by side, and I thought, okay, the background is different. And then it struck me, in the Fool, he's walking down a mountain, right, down a mountainside. The Emperor is on top of a mountain. So it made me wonder, is the reason the Fool goes on his journey in the first place because the Emperor told him to do it? Do you know what I mean? That, let's say, it's easy to think of the Fool as coming down the mountain, for his own reason. But maybe he's just following orders. He was instructed to make his way into the world, and the person who sent him on his way is the Emperor. And this may give us an idea or a clue to, if the Emperor gave the Fool the instruction, then perhaps the reason for the Fool's journey is so that he can then become the Emperor himself or herself. You know what I mean? So I think that I don't know how many times I've looked at this layout, and that's the first time ever. And I started in 1972 or something. That's almost 30 years ago, and I never had that thought before. So no matter how many times you've been through this, there's always something else to notice or something more to learn. So we're putting the Emperor there, and let's say the Fool, the Emperor says to the Fool, okay, you've had enough, spent enough time with me, off you go back into the world. And the next card we meet, or the next person the Fool meets, is the Hierophant. And here, whereas the Emperor is on top of a mountain, it looks like the Fool has to come back down into the valley or into onto ground level or sea level in order to deal with the Hierophant. And so if we notice, okay, I'll put the Fool just there. If we notice one magician, one high priestess, one empress, one emperor, the Hierophant with a couple of people. So this card is important and interesting because the Fool, instead of just dealing with one individual or one representative of a way of thinking or acting, here he's introduced to other people as well as the chief individual in the picture. But it's not the lovers, it's not people and romantic relationships, as we'll have with the next card, the lovers. It's a couple of students maybe, or a couple, like the Hierophant is the one with the answers, or the one who knows what to tell these people for their own education, for their own good, to help them on their way along their own path. Because that's what the Hierophant is. The Hierophant is the individual who assists people on their own way because he knows more, or he knows a certain amount more than these two do. So I'm just thinking about the Hierophant. With the Hierophant, you're involved with people. You're involved with your own type of people, we could say, for the first time, not in the first four cards, but here with this one. And also the fact that the Hierophant, we've got these two pillars, and we go back to the High Priestess. And so somehow, maybe he is the High Priest, because she's the High Priestess. We've got two columns. And then we've got him sitting on a throne, and she's sitting on a cube, actually, I think it is. But there's a, is it, are we going to find that, or is the Fool going to find that what he gets from the emperor, or from the Hierophant rather, he was given certain instructions or given certain information from the high priestess, the woman. And maybe with the Hierophant he gets the same type of information, but with the high priestess he was told to keep it to himself and not share the knowledge and the information that he was given. Whereas with the Hierophant, he's given information, but he's supposed to share it with other people. So here is secretiveness. Here is going out and spreading the word, or spreading information and passing on what you have found to be valuable to people who might benefit. So, do you know what I mean? With the Hierophant, one of the characteristics and one of the key points about it can be that you're no longer to think of yourself as alone or on your own journey, because at this point or after this point there are going to be other people involved with you. So the decisions that you make here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's between you and whatever, and it doesn't affect other people that much. With the Hierophant, the decisions you make affect other people. The thoughts that you think can be influenced by other people, or will enable you to influence other people as well. So whereas there's isolation and solitariness, we could say with the first 4 cards, after the Hierophant, you're not on your own anymore. Other people are involved, and you ought to think about and understand the kind of relationship that you've got with other people. It's not romantic yet, because we get that with the Lovers, but with the Hierophant, people and other people and their lives become maybe as important as your own. Okay, I think I'm going to stop at this point, and the next one we'll look at will be card number 6, the Lovers.